Well, hey everybody. I know it's kind of been a hot minute since I've done any videoing. Mama and Papa Kahn had to go down to Virginia Beach to do some work for Grandpa Kahn. He was having some problems computer-wise, so my husband, the computer guru, went down to fix those things. And then when we got home, it was like leftovers on Monday and spaghetti and meatballs on Tuesday. Y'all know how to do that. This is not a big deal. If anybody needs me to show you how to open up a jar of spaghetti sauce and throw in some frozen meatballs, happy to do so, but I think you can handle it. But again, it's Wednesday, and young Master Kahn will not be home because he works a opening to closing tonight at the store, so we're having seafood. So tonight what we're having is a Chinese buffet crab casserole. I found this on Pinterest, a food blogger called Food Hussy. And I kind of changed it up a little bit because what I have in my bowl here is 8 ounces of the imitation crab. You could use real crab. But I also threw in like 8 small, medium-sized shrimp that I picked up at Giant the other day. So let me bring this down so you can see what's going on down here on the table. So we have all of that in here. So to that, what I did is I shredded up a half a cup of mozzarella cheese, and you know me, I'm always generous with my cheese, and a half a cup of Colby Jack, and I split it in half. So we're going to add half of that into the bowl. So we have like a quarter of a cup of the mozzarella and a quarter of a cup of the Colby Jack. Okay, then I also have 2 ounces of cream cheese that we're going to put in there. And that's softened, so I carefully warmed that up a little bit in the microwave so it was good and soft. A quarter of a cup of sour cream. And we're going to put that in there. Okay. So then we have 2 tablespoons of mayo. And put that in there. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. Because boy, who doesn't like that? A tablespoon of lemon juice. And a 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. I am also going to add, this was 2 small stalks of celery that I diced up. And then I also took like 3 green onions, and I'm going to put the white part in there. I'm going to save the green part for when I'm all done. So now we're just going to mix this all up so that it's all incorporated. And then it's going to go in a greased 8x8 baking pan, you know, like a casserole dish. If you don't have an 8x8, you could use something that was round. You want to grease it up real good with your cooking spray. You could probably use butter if that would be your preference. But we want to make sure that we get this all mixed up real good. Whoops. Just clean the floor. So naturally, I get something on the floor. Gotta christen the just clean floor every time. Okay, so here we have our baking dish. So we're gonna put this, all of that right in here. So apparently this is a copycat recipe from Chinese buffet. I personally have never been to a Chinese buffet. As far as a chain restaurant goes, first I'm ever hearing of it, but this seemed like, you know, something to try. Because again, this is a brand new recipe for us, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of this cheese and we're going to sprinkle it over the top. because cheesy goodness. So we'll just get that sprinkled all over. I don't like to waste a bit of cheese. Okay, so there we have it. That's what it looks like. It will go in the oven at 325 degrees, not covered, for 20 minutes. So I'll let you see. And then when I get done with it, when I pull it out, I'm going to take these green parts of the green onions, sprinkle that over top to make it look cute. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm going to show you something else, because it's been a long day. We're sitting here battling the wildfire smokes from up in Canada, and kind of had enough of that. So I'm going to make myself one of my favorite cocktails. I'm going to, excuse me a minute, I need a pair of scissors. I'm going to make some bourbon peach tea. So what I have in my pitcher is 4.5 cups of water. To that I am going to add 1 container of Crystal Light peach tea. And then I am going to add a 1/2 cup of orange juice and a 1/2 cup of bourbon. In this case, Mom was using some Thomas Jefferson because that's pretty good, but you could use whatever you like. If you got some Pappy Van Winkle, I wouldn't be using that in this. You just drink that straight. Of course, if you're lucky enough to have some Pappy Van Winkle at your house, you need to invite me over. Okay, so there you go. That's it. That is the bourbon peach tea. So I am going to put that in the refrigerator, let that get cold, have a nice adult beverage with dinner, and we are going to enjoy our Chinese buffet crab casserole with rice and roasted asparagus. So that's what's for dinner. I'll see you in a little bit with what the table looks like and what dinner looks like. So really good to see you again. If you enjoyed what you watched today, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks so much. Good to see you. Be back soon.